Good morning, primary class. Today I'm going to bring you our story corner, and it is Paul's Little Canary Part 2. If you'll remember last week, Paul found a poor little wet canary out on his windowsill in the storm, and he brought it inside. Paul was a poor little cripple boy who lived with his widowed mother in a big tenement house. One day, during a rainstorm, the wind blew a frightened, wet little bird into their room. When Mother came back to their room that day, she was frightened when she saw Paul wrapped in a blanket. "Paul, are you sick?" she asked in a worried voice as she hurried over to him. Paul opened his eyes and smiled as he remembered the rainstorm and what had happened. "Oh no, Mother. See what the wind blew into our windowsill? And then right into our room." Mother watched as Paul unfolded the blanket. She smiled at the sweet little bird as he told her all about what had happened. "I'm going to call him Pet," he told his mother. "Isn't he pretty?" Mother agreed that he was very pretty, even though one of his wings had been hurt and drooped a little. Also, they could tell that two of his tiny toes were missing. Little Pet looked at her and chirped. He liked being warm and dry, and while Paul and his mother talked about him, he fluffed his soft yellow feathers and carefully smoothed them into place. "He must be hungry," Mother said. "One of our neighbors had a little bird. I'll see if I can borrow some seeds from him." Soon Mother was back with some seeds, and they both laughed as Pet eagerly began to eat. A little water in a small cup was just right for giving Pet a drink, too. When it was time to go to bed, Paul carefully balanced a stick between two chairs for Pet to perch on during the night. The little bird tucked his head under his wing and was soon sound asleep. From that day on, Paul was never lonely, but it wasn't long before Paul knew that Pet would need some more seeds, and he knew Mother didn't have any extra money to buy seeds. "What can I do to earn some money so that I can buy seeds for Pet?" he wondered. Then he thought of Jane, who lived in the room next to theirs. Jane's room stuck out from the building, and she and Paul often saw each other from their windows. Jane felt sorry for the little crippled boy. "Hello, Paul," she would call. Now Paul remembered that he could sometimes see her sitting and working on something with her hands. He was sure she was making something to earn money. Perhaps Jane could help him think of something that he could do with his hands. Paul's legs didn't work, and his body was crooked, but his hands were all right. His fingers were straight, and they were stronger than the fingers of some children who had legs that worked and bodies that were straight. Paul dragged himself over to the window. He was glad when he saw Jane was close to her window, and sure enough, she was busily working on something with her hands. "What are you making, Jane?" Paul asked. "I'm making something that looks like lace," Jane told him. "Is it very hard?" "Oh, no, it's easy. You could learn how to do it." "Could I earn money? Maybe to buy seeds for Pet?" "Of course you could. Do you want me to teach you?" "Oh, please." "I'm coming over this evening," Jane promised the eager boy, and Paul could hardly wait.